This is going to be tricep pushdowns on a cable tower. Now there's different handles you can use. I always prefer using a V handle just because it's generally going to be easier on your wrists and it's generally going to be a little bit more friendly on your elbows. But you can use some different handles, which I'll show some tricks if you need them. So like a straight handle, or you can even use something like a parallel handle just like this. And there's a little bit of differences to each of them. At the end of the day, a pushdown will be a pushdown, but it depends on what feels good and what you feel like you will be willing to work on more consistently and what feels like is making progress for you. So I'm going to start with showing the V handle. Pretty much the form is going to be about all the same. Now, when you're looking at the mechanics of this, generally with any pushdown or anything that you're going to be standing straight up and down, I'm going to want to be pretty close to the cables. Now there's a point where you get too close and it gets really wobbly on you. So you need to find just outside that point and then bring yourself really close to the cables from there. So as I grab the handle, I can take my thumbs and I can go over top if my wrists are being a little buggy, or if they're fine, you can just wrap all the way around. And I'm going to take this handle and I'm going to press straight down as I keep my shoulders down and back. And I'm keeping my elbows on my sides as much as I can. My goal here is not really to press as low as possible, but to keep the consistency in my movement and get a great big elbow bend at the top. So you can see I get to almost 45 degrees in my elbow. If I'm not getting all the way up here, I'm not getting nearly the work I think I am. I don't want to end up doing half reps like this because I'm just not getting any stretch or load through that tricep. So as I go through, I'm skinning the belly, keeping it really close to me, making sure my left and right arm are pushing equally so that way the cable goes straight up and down when I'm looking at it. And I'm keeping my shoulders stable. Now, you really only get an option of overhand with the V-bar. But if your wrists are being buggy and the V-bar isn't handling it well, you can always switch to a straight bar. And you can try something like an underhanded grip. It will help you straighten out your elbows a little bit more and then put more of the pressure into your fingers. It will require a lot less weight because you're going to have to work your forearms a lot harder. But I'll take my thumbs and I'll just put them on the side here, let my fingers bear most of the weight. And it works better when your handle can spin. But still, all the same movements of staying close to the cable, keeping my elbows on my side, getting a great big bend, and keeping my shoulders level. Now, if I only have a straight bar and my wrists are being bad and I can't do the underhand, you can always use a trick like close up your grip, or you can even take your thumbs and put them underneath your fingers to help you create a bit more angle in your wrists. And I'm going to press more through my pinkies. Then the last one is getting a little fancy with it, but with the parallel handle, it does help for you to be able to target more the lateral head of your tricep, this outside portion here. The other variations are really good for the long head, especially if you can keep your elbows really close together. The more you flare and the more you internally rotate at the shoulder, the more you're going to feel that lateral head. So I'm going to take this parallel handle. I'm going to reach my fingers in. I'm going to keep my thumbs over top to support my wrist. And I'm going to press down and get my shoulders internally rotated. So as I'm going through, see how I backed up a little bit? That helps me just get out of my own way so that way the handle doesn't hit me in the belly or the hips. But as I press, I'm going to internally rotate my shoulders in, and my elbows go a little forward, but you're going to feel a lot more of the lateral head of your tricep. But you see, every time, make sure you get to a great big stretch. That way you're getting the most benefit out of your tricep exercise.